Good morning! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good freaking morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing today? Oh my god, it is almost time to play this game. I feel like I don't even know, man. I don't even know what we've been doing. Guys, there's probably one more sleep until FIFA 20. There's actually a chance that the web app comes out tonight. I wouldn't be like that excited for it, but 100% tomorrow, FIFA 20 starts because the web app will be out. So back to seeing a lot of clickbait videos from people you recommended. A lot of people saying there's going to be a market crash. EA Sports ruining your lives. Weekend League rage. All that stuff, man. Hopefully you guys can enjoy the experience, or I can help you with the experience a little bit. I don't even know, man. I woke up about an hour ago. Today's the Champions League day. And it's also a very important day because you've got to watch this video because we've got some important trends to talk about. Now, I want you guys to watch this video today, like I do with every video, but I want you to watch this one because this one, I think for you guys got to understand a few trends before we go into the game. Now, if you guys enjoyed, drop a thumbs up. I did a video on EA Access last night. If you have questions, go check it out. But what I wanted to tell you more importantly this morning is that I'm going to be real with you. These trends happened the last 2 years, but I can't guarantee they're going to happen this year. But I would say out of a few of the trends that I'm going to talk about in this video. And what is a trend, guys? By the way, if you don't know what a trend is with the market, it's just going to be the way the market goes. So if it goes up or down, what's going to be the trend? It's like predicting trends. And that's important because I think if you guys keep these trends in the back of your minds, they will help you early on. So obviously, we're going to get into the video. We're going to talk about a few different segments today on this video. So it's going to be a little bit longer video. I know the other week I was posting like 23-minute videos. And I got them down in the last week to about 10 to 15, which is good. But I think it's going to be a longer video again today. I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be longer. So just a heads up there. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. And if you're not, well, I don't know. I guess I'm sorry if you're not, guys. But anyways, let's get into it. So we start off on flipping. As always, guys, flipping are the GOATs. What I want to talk about first with you guys is the number one trend of anybody that's opening packs early on. Anybody. If you're opening any kind of packs early on, there's going to be probably 3 to 4 main trends that we talk about today. If you are opening any sort of pack and you pack a player that is semi-meta, please keep the player. That's all I'm going to tell you. Please keep the player because the chances are if you're opening packs that you've already got a lot of other coins coming in, so you don't really need coins from the sound of it. You're not going to need coins. So I'm going to give you an example. If you pack like a Kylian Mbappe, like, you know what? Try to write him out. Or let's see, like a Ronaldo. Because this kind of player, if we look at FIFA 19, is really, really important to your, to growing your club. If you take a look at Ronaldo last year, he's going to keep rising. And they're going to, it's not like a little, it's within 2 weeks, they almost double. You guys can see Ronaldo starts off 1-3, goes to 2-2. Even the guys on Xbox asking about Ronaldo, 1-7 early on, ends up going up to 2.2. Now, the PS rise is going to be a lot less. It's going to happen, but it's not going to be like last year with doubles because PS is getting access this year, which means there's no web app period and people can just load up packs, right? So there's no web app pricing period. People are just going to be able to load up those packs pretty early on, guys. So it's something you do have to understand. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys that actually goes against what I kind of just said, and it actually may confuse some of you guys. I'm telling you, it may confuse some of you guys a ton. If you're opening packs early on, and let's say, for example, you pack a player like a Prime Icon, sell it. Here's why. Try to sell it. Okay? Try to sell it. Because these guys are really overpriced in the first day, always. And I'm going to show you guys on Xbox right here. Do you guys see this? A lot of the times, pros will panic buy these players for their team, first weekend league. And after that, then they kind of settle where they should be. So, it's going to be impossible to know exactly what's too high or what's too low. But if you are a guy that does somehow, there's going to be probably from this video, I would say 100 people that end up packing an icon. 50 to 100 people. Because there's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to watch this video. So, if you guys pack one of the new icons, that's a big one, right? Stevie G, if you say like last year Stevie G was a new icon, and check out Stevie G's price early on, man. He was 2.18 mil. He didn't even get to 2.18 mil on the Black Friday rebound. So, some of those newer icons, they're going to be coming into FUT. If you guys go into FIFA 20 players and you look up icons, some of these newer guys, in my opinion, are going to be way overpriced, like the first day or two. And I think you guys may have an opportunity where if you do pack one of those guys, to sell it on that high. Because there's going to be a lot of people, as you guys know, This is going to be National FIFA Points Day come Thursday. A lot of people opening packs on Thursday. So with that coming into mind, you've got to understand that some people are going to have a lot of coins and are just going to be simply willing to pay the price. That's got to be the understanding, guys. That some people are just going to be willing to pay that crazy, crazy price for some of these cards. It's just the reality. They're going to be like panic buying their teams and all that. Now, if you are a guy, last trend for the people spending FIFA points, because the next trend is for everybody who's playing FIFA. You guys got to watch the next trend, all right? Because that's big, okay? If you're spending FIFA points and you don't invest or you don't buy a team early, I'm gonna be really mad at you, okay? Because here's the deal. As you guys just saw with Cristiano Ronaldo, even last year on a console like Xbox, where you have early EA access out and people are opening packs on console, even on that console, there's players that are just rising. Like the rise with the meta just happens, man. Look, even Davinson Sanchez, when there was the early access, gets up to 50,000 coins, okay? Now, a lot of you guys are going to buy this team and then sell it within 2 to 3 weeks. That's a lot of people. Now, if you're opening FIFA points and you have all these coins, you need to buy a team of like meta golds because you're going to put your money somewhere. Don't just let your money sit liquid in the top left, because what's going to happen is everyone else around you is going to gain more coins as well. So if you're doing nothing with your coins and everybody else is gaining coins, you're in deep trouble. I have to say, like, I don't like the position that you're in. So do something with your coins, please, man. Please, guys. I do not want to see the people that are watching me that open FIFA points flexing a photo to me on Twitter. Yo, Nick, just open up this many FIFA points. Got 8 million coins, bro. What's up? No, I don't want that, dude, all right? Buy a freaking team, okay? So check this out, bro. You see Neymar? All right, Neymar gets up within 2 to 3 weeks, like really a lot. Now, there's ups and downs, but I'm showing you Xbox last year. And trust me, Xbox, after the first week, it didn't have a lot of hype last year. So the fact that it still went up is crazy. I'm expecting, even though PS has the EA access, I'm expecting the same thing. Now, obviously, when we get onto the market, I'll be able to tell you guys, man. I'll look onto the market. I'll be like, yo, is this guy overvalued? Look, if we hop on first day and Ney is 800, I might have to tell you guys, look, hold off on buying that team. But if I have those FIFA points and you guys see buyable prices or you feel like stuff is cheap, go for it, man. Go build that team, get it rocking, and get it going, right? Locked and loaded. Now, that's the first that's my FIFA point, guys. I want to take care of you guys. Now, any amount of coins, whatever you guys are doing, if you're a casual player, if you're a medium tier player, if you're a prime icon player, whoever you guys are, I want you guys to understand the trend that a lot of players are going to just continually rise. Now, look, the trends could be different this year. I don't know. But a lot of the meta gold players, okay, gold tier, there's going to be a specific sell point with these players. Let's go to popular, right? Let me pull up popular on FUTBin. Let's see what you guys are searching or the community is searching on FUTBin. All right, let me give you guys an example like Lucas, right? Lucas is going to be in packs the whole first week. There's no inform. There's no ones to watch. There's nothing crazy like that. He's in packs for the first week. Trust, not going out of packs. He's going to be fine. Unless Lucas balls out this weekend, and then he'll get a team of the week 2, which will be actually pretty soon. But that's the only real, like, road bump. So Lucas is going to be a really in-demand player. He's an 83 rated. He's got 92 pace, 79 shooting. But if you look at the in-games, 82 finishing, 93 agility. It's a really good card. So what I would say to you guys with a player like Lucas, here's what I want to show you from last year compared with Lucas, because I think it's important that you guys see what happens with some other players last year in FUT. So we're going to pull up Heung-min Son, and I'm going to give you then my kind of example of what I'm talking about with a card like Lucas. So let me show you guys 84 Suns card last year, and we're going to narrow down the graph on both consoles. We're going to narrow it down to about a 2-month period. So we've got a 2-month period here, right? And check this out. So this is the date that I want all of you guys to look at. Friday, September 28th. What is Friday, September 28th? Okay, Friday, September 28th, guys, is the full game release of FUT, okay? What that means is that is national or global pack opening day. That's going to be the biggest day that people open packs outside of Team of the Year and Black Friday. Those 2 dates, I think, are like relevant as well. But that date is really, really big, man. Friday, September 28th. So this year, it's going to be Friday, September 27th. So what I'm telling you guys, to the people that have starter teams, to the people that have cheaper access teams / a little bit meta teams, you guys can work around this trend, because as you guys can see, there's a rise before, and then there's a drop on that day, and then there's a rise after. So why would that happen? That happens, guys, because of this, right? People every day in EA Access or whatever they're doing on the web app, they slowly gain coins. Then, obviously, on Friday, what happens? Everyone gets onto the game and open packs. So even though people may be gaining more coins, the supply kills the demand, right? So that's just a simple supply and demand thing. I don't like to sound like I'm like an economic teacher, but that's very simple. All right, simple to understand, guys. You can understand why he drops 12K because the amount of packs open up, and he's an 84 rated. So obviously, when you're an 84 rated, you're going to get packed a good amount, hence the 12K drop. This should remind you of like a Black Friday trend. When a lot of people open packs, what happens to the market? The market gains coins. So these people that now open packs or come onto the game, now they want to buy Son, so he continues to rise. So you guys can see, you almost rise back up to what he was the day before that day that the packs got open. So what you guys can do when you're building your access team, you're going to get access on the 18th or the 19th. You guys can ride out that team for a week. I would sell the team on the 25th or the 26th, especially, okay? There's an exception to it, but especially if you own players like Lucas, if you own players like, I'm going to give you some perfect examples, man. Like Nelson Semedo, like this kind of player, like 82 rated, that kind of player. Because this is going to be a guy that rating-wise gets just packed a lot. And there's not much you can do about it because they're just going to get packed. They're going to get listed. You guys could also say, F it. I don't care about selling my team on that day. I'm just going to keep it for my team. And I know that he's going to rise back up because he has to with the coins coming onto the market. Okay, so you can do either of those ways. I like the first way because I think you can make profit. You can reinvest because what I would always tell you about this day right here, when you look at that 68,000 coins, I'm going to tell you guys right now, he's obviously, in my opinion, he was lower that day. There was probably a chance that he was 5K lower than whatever it says it was. So he was probably 60 to 63 at some point on that Friday. So you can have the ability to almost get back in and never really lose a coin again because Sun ends up going to 81 all the way till the end of October. So then obviously what you guys can see, and we'll talk about that in a second. But that's an important trend to understand. Now, there are exceptions for that trend. There are a few exceptions. I think if we pulled up a player like Neymar, who's really high rated, you know, not going to get packed a ton. If you pulled up Neymar and you looked at his trend, you know, from last year, I think that's really important to look at because Neymar last year on that day, as we go ahead and we try to pull that up for you guys, we'll pull it up right there. Neymar on that day, look what happens to Neymar. All right, Neymar drops 40 to 50K, but look what happens after that day. He flies, man. So a player like Neymar and any of these top-tier players, just understand after the full game release, if you're a guy with FIFA points or if you're a guy trying to get these guys cheaper, you should get them before the full game release. Even if the game comes out and that guy dies on that day, the rise is going to be crazy after. So you guys could do the same thing. If you want, you could sell that day and then you know, rebuy back on that day. Just worry a little bit that maybe a lot of people would try to buy that day, so just be careful. But I always like to sell the lower rateds before that day. I feel like that's a really important trend to look at. Let me see what Ronaldo did on that on the release day because it's just important, man, right? Like now, keep in mind, guys, Ronaldo went out of packs because of ones to watch, so just keep that in mind. But he still went down 100K on that day, which is crazy. So yeah, and then he rises about 100K a day because he's out of pack with ones to watch. So that's the trend with him. Now, the next trend. You build a starter team, you work around maybe these first two trends. What do you do now, right? Because you're going to have this team and you don't know what to do with it. A perfect example of a player maybe last year that I would be really, you know, like looking at to kind of compare to maybe an Ndombele, a Sissoko, any of these kind of players this year would be Fred. Fred had like a really popular card last year, a really popular card. Now, Fred went out of packs. That's something you do have to understand. Fred did go out of packs, but we got to look at like how long he was relevant. And really, guys, mid-October is kind of... Now, that's when he does come back into packs. So maybe you don't want to look at Fred as an example. Maybe you want to look at, like... who's a player... I'm trying to think of a player that, like, a lot of people would move past maybe after, you know, after, like, the first week or two in FIFA. So maybe, like, Gabriel Paulista. This was a really popular card last year. Or, like, Paulinho. Let me look at Paulinho. That's probably a good one. Paulinho's like a... Yeah, he's a Chinese Super League player, but I think he also has... a relevant enough card last year where he was a big transfer to talk about, and let's see what happened to him. So a lot of people are going to ask me this question about these kinds of players. Now, over time, guys, what you have to understand, when you build a starter team with like these kinds of cards, like an 83, an 84, an 82, an 85 that's meta, that's a gold, I need you guys to understand that over time, they're just going to drop because the demand is never going to outweigh the supply. The supply is always going to be coming in. So the demand for these kind of cards in the first month is crazy, but after that, it's not so much, right? Think about you guys with FUT. When you guys are the hardcore guys watching this video, A lot of you guys will build that kind of team, and then you guys will upgrade past it right away. You guys will upgrade it within 2 to 3 weeks. So you got to think about the majority of the FUT community. They're going to upgrade past that team as well. They're going to move past that team. They're going to get into something else. So keep that in mind as you guys are doing your thing, right? So you guys can see, yeah, mid-October, you start to see a dip within Paulinho. So it's all about staying ahead of the curve and upgrading the team. So with this kind of starter team, yeah, if you get it around here, you could sell it around here for break even or a little profit. That gives you about 3 weeks to go ahead and play with that team. So you're going to see, like last year, there's going to be some players like Rafael Varane that genuinely are going to do well for a few months because they're very, very, this is something that people will upgrade to and play with for a while. So you guys can see here, Varane holds his price, man, honestly, until like January. That's the honest truth. He's about 180, 200K until about January because this is a meta player. People really like this player. The same goes with Ramos. Ramos is going to do the same thing last year. So you guys, if you're building a starter team, take advantage of this trend and try to upgrade to this guy or types of these players because these kinds of players are going to hold value for at least 2 to 3 months. And then, once you get to that January point, that's when you guys can decide, hey, am I rich enough to add into Team of the Year to the club? Am I not there yet? That's a big deal, man. But you guys got to see that trend because that trend is very important. Usually, I would say my best advice with players like these, try to pick up some players like these in the middle of October as you sell your starter team. Try to sell them before you kind of get that Black Friday panic. Rebuy them in that Black Friday panic, pre-panic. Sell them on the high because you guys know with Black Friday, people like to panic buy like crazy. So sell them on that Black Friday panic buy high at the end. That's very important that you guys do that. I think that's a big trend. We got a few other trends we could talk about. The first one, obviously, would have to do with special cards. That's a big one. If you guys are spending money or you guys are just an insane trader and you guys can get your hands on some special cards early on, Team of the Week 1, Team of the Week 2, that stuff is always really popular. And I'll tell you this, boys. The best way to go about investing in those Team of the Weeks is going to be just watching the market. Now, for me, let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I think that everybody every year is going for Team of the Week 1. Obviously, right? This Team of the Week is super rare. You don't get that much supply. It's just EA access. It's not global release supply. So, obviously, this Team of the Week rises. But I think a lot of people try to get ahead of the curve. And I think a lot of people try to invest in these cards way too early. I really do. I think a lot of these people are like, hey, I'm going to buy this card. I'm going to invest in this card, before he goes out of packs. And I think a lot of people try to do that way too much. Way too much. I think it's way too popular that people try to go ahead and do these. And I'm going to show you guys like a really interesting trend. And it's on both consoles. You guys will see it with Team of League 1 last year. So this is the day that he goes out of packs. He rises and then he drops on the weekend. I think what happens, and this is going to be honest with you guys, Xbox goes down to 94K. I remember this last year pretty clearly. A lot of people were coming to my stream saying, Nick, Team of League 1 investing doesn't work. Okay, it's because a lot of people were hoarding these cards and expecting some magical rise. The rise will happen when the demand is there, right? And the supply dies down. Team of League 1 is always going to have low supply. So for you guys, man, I would say for you guys, boys, just if you pick up some of these guys, man, maybe when you see that down spike, I do think it's going to happen again this year. I think a lot of people will get into this early. They'll realize that they put too many coins in Team of League 1. They're trying to find their coins. They saw in these cards. They're going to offload them. And when the second they offload them, if you got a nice card, just pick them up. You guys can see. From there, it's a nice console rise on both. And by the end of October, you got some Team of League 1 cards that are almost 2 to 3 times the price that they were in the beginning. And it's a trend. You guys can see it everywhere with any of these Team of League 1 cards, man. They all did it. Koulibaly did it more than anybody. Koulibaly last year was like a riser, man. Until he got his second inform, this guy flew, man, last year. So this is a guy that I love to always give as an example because you've kind of got that Saturday, little bit of a drop, both consoles, little bit of a drop, or staying. I think what you guys got to look for, man, is like not necessarily the drop, but you guys got to try to watch for when that card stays the same price when it's out of packs. If it's staying the same price and chilling, and it's an unpopular card, go ham. I love it, man. I love it, I love it, I love it. So I love that kind of thing with Team of League 1. That's something that I really wanted to talk about. Now, also with Team of League 1, if you guys hop onto the web app and you guys see any of the players in the upcoming Team of the Week, I did a prediction on my channel. A gold card, if you see their gold cards on the market, go for it. Because I want to show you guys what happened last year to some of these guys that had gold cards, man. They're like dinosaurs. Look at this card last year of Joao Cancelo. All right, when he's out of packs for the first few days. Check this card out. Like, he's not in packs. He's max price. There's like 2 on the market. So he comes back into packs this day and then he drops. But like, dude, if you guys can get your hands on any gold card, because the only gold supply from the Team of the Week 1 with the cards out of packs is going to be from the web app opening packs. That's it. The second that comes out, though, it's most likely that these cards are going to be, Team of the Week's going to be in packs. So that's a big one, I would say. And then, yeah, I got another one, man, which would be discard inform investing. If you're a guy, if you're a dude that is going to spend money, or not even spend money, if you guys are just going to have coins on deck, discard inform investing is like my favorite thing on FUT. It's my favorite thing to tell people to do every year. I can't believe there's not more people in the community like that aren't even maybe guys that cover market a good amount of the time with their content. I can't believe people don't talk about this more. Discard inform investing is probably like the easiest thing to do in the world. The concept is that you pick up 5 informs a week that are, 81, 82 rated, and they sell at their minimum price. And they have good nationalities, because what happens over time, as you guys know with the FIFA system, EA does a lot of SBCs. When these SBCs come out, basically included in these SBCs, guys, is going to be Team of the Week requirements. And then so that's what these cards rise for, because they rise in the solutions. Also, their rarity over time just grows. So obviously, then when the rarity grows, their price rises up. So what would be an example, Nick, of a discard inform investment? I look at this guy, and I did last year in my Team of the Week 1 investing video. You guys can go watch a pack if you guys want. I said, look, guys, this guy's La Liga, and he's Brazilian. I like both of that a lot. All right? He was 10,000 coins the first week. Take a look at what he did. All right? 10.5. Look 6 months later. 75K. And it's not just that guy. It's a lot of these guys. This guy rose for a Bundesliga Player of the Month, and once he did, he was a dinosaur all year. But look at what he was in packs, 10K. So for me, I think you guys can do this with every Team of the Week, but I think with the first 5 Team of the Weeks, this investing method is killer. It's killer. Alvaro got up to, I think, 40 to 50. He got a second inform, but I think he did eventually get up before he got a second inform to about 40K. You guys can see there. It's killer, man. This investing method is killer. I'm telling you guys, if you have spare coins. Now, some of you guys are going to say, Nick, the hell, man. Why would I put my coins into this when I could do other things? Look, if you're doing 5 of these a week, it's 50K a week. It's 50K. That's it. You're putting 50K into your club, and you're forgetting about it. And you're looking at a situation where, let's say you buy 5 Team of the Week discard informs in the first 5 Team of the Weeks, and you check them out in February. Let's say you bought them 25 times 10, be 250K invested, right? You take a look at them in February, and the minimum, the average is 40K on all of them. Like, that's 30K profit a card. That's ridiculous. You're going to be looking at 1 million coins. That's just the easiest make you've ever made. So that's a massive trend that I love telling people about. And yeah, boys, I mean, I think that's probably, there's probably more trends, but these are the general things I want you guys to understand going into the game. I know, obviously, when FIFA 20 comes out, my content's going to be hectic. It's going to be very on the go. Re-upload pack openings, market stuff, just game discussions with SBCs, things like that, right? So I'm not always going to have everything covered when it comes out. So I want you guys to understand the basics / the important trends that you're going to need to know going into the game. I think that's very important for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helps you guys today. And we're almost there, man. It's almost about to start. It's crazy that I'm saying that. But thanks for the support, boys. Appreciate all you guys. See you guys soon. Peace out.